have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us. Deep down I probably knew this. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. They made us lose our focus. The very same hands that formed us. Go build a better tomorrow. For you I'd make it a rainbow. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. With you by my side, I'm not worried. I think we'll be able to find ourselves again. Blank expressions, empty words. Nothing can keep me away from you. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one told us. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you were bright white gold.
How's it going, everybody? Friday. I'm not used to this Friday streaming stuff. See how long that lasts before I get the hook and someone tells me, hey, we're supposed to be doing stuff on Friday nights. But, you know, I got my working partner, I want to call my working wife, John. That's going to make him mad. Now, my working partner, John, we're on here tonight. Good evening, everybody. I see everybody down here. You know what? I don't know what happened here. Cashew, you said you didn't get a notification. You might want to get on that. I don't control all these notifications now. I don't know what's up with YouTube. You know, I actually got the thumbnail and everything up sooner than normal, and you still didn't get a notification. I think you just belong to too many channels. I think you need to cut back, maybe cut it down to maybe 1 or 2 channels, including mine. You can pick who else you do there. So I'm going to bring John in here. We're going to get flying, see what's going on. This is such a thrown together night. It's good to see everybody. I want to get in here and say hi. And I see Annie at Jack and TH2 and other people. Dimebag, of course. Darren. Let's go ahead and. So, what's that very low? What's that very low? Is that audio status?
Your audio.
My audio? Dude, I'm like rocked up there. Hang on a second. All right. I believe you people. I don't believe Wave XLR or the vMix software anymore, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. Hang on a second. I think I know what's going on. Oh, here we go. Making some changes. I put back on the other mic, so it's possible. I don't understand it, but it's possible. Testing 1, 2. Let's get it up there. I can push it up there. How's that, Darren? Did that drive you crazy? Is that really? That's the hottest I've ever had it, probably. The only other thing I can think of is maybe my EQ got thrown back on, John, and it pushed it down. Let's get a sound check here. Anybody? 1/3 volume compared to other videos. That's
check
really
1,
helpful.
2, check 1, 2.
Let me bring John on here. This is dumb. Let me bring John on here. Hey, John, how you doing? Hang on a second, man. You can help me out here with my sound tonight. We're going to do a sound. You know, it's just going to be just us guys doing a sound check.
Yeah, I've been working with the sound for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at least.
In all fairness to myself, Darren, I was also working with John's sound for the last hour and a half until about 10 minutes ago. So I didn't really get a chance to check myself too much tonight. We're trying to work out an issue with John's approach, which I think is interesting.
John sounds better. John, check live stream sound check. Yeah.
Right.
Well, we didn't do that today because I ripped this out. I ripped this out, and I was doing some audio routing with some, with some loop back tracks that came with the Mo2 M2, and I'm almost there. I almost figured out like everything, but man, it's been
I think my EQs hold me back here a little bit. All right, let's see here. Is the compressor crushing you a bit? I don't have a compressor on. However, I had an EQ on. I'm just going to turn it off, Darren, and we'll see what happens. That could be somehow the output on that compressor, that VST3 could be pulling me back. We've got to do some cleanups on it. I've got a mic issue before, and then we really haven't played around with it too much. But hey, you know what? Let's get this balanced out. Let's figure it out. So let me get on to you guys' questions. I feel rude jumping on a sound question. John, keep an eye out and see what my balance is like with yours, because we don't want people hearing this stuff. I hate going to a stream and hearing this. One guy's like way down here. We want to get it here because it's awful. I don't care what you guys are talking about. It's annoying. Patrick, how you doing, Patrick? Patrick's around.
It looks like looks pretty good, I think.
Yeah, you think we're leveling it out?
Where's Patrick?
All right, let me know. I'll get on it. Hello, just dropping by to say hi. We'll join a bit later. Hey, no problem, man. It's good to see you. Finishing up some stuff. Well, it's Friday night. The fact that you're working on any of this stuff, I don't know what we were doing. Wow, where's it all going? I don't know. I think it was going to the EQ. I think maybe I got to check and make sure that wasn't throttling me back. Oh, what's this? Harvey? How you doing? Harvey Black's here. You have to pay for a special YouTube membership now to get... Yeah. You can't get those notifications for free. This was probably from earlier, but, update us, Cashew, on the volume levels if you could. Appreciate that. If not, I'll
just talking about in general, probably. She's probably just talking about in general. You're way quieter.
I could be quieter if you want. We could talk the...
Hi, TH2.
Look at this guy. Look at who's Todd. Hey, Todd, 2 Christmas trees.
Hey, Todd.
How you doing, man? What are you guys doing on a Friday night hanging out in a place like this? This is not where you go. This is a place for bad people.
Right.
Dr. Ela says we sound great. Sound great. Appreciate it, Dr. Ela. I'm looking for some ears, just settling down, getting this thing figured out. I have an overhead on here, and I don't want to get into it, but I threw the dynamic back on, and as you know, we all know, you go from a pencil mic condenser, and you take that phantom off, and you got to switch everything around, and with no time, I probably shouldn't have done that tonight. But you know what? We're going to be fine, man. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Sounds better. Okay.
I just started ripping things out myself. I was just like, let me try to get this.
John writes me like, I don't know, 8 o'clock. I just sat down. I thought I'd chill for a few minutes. He's like, hey, man, what you doing? Could you get on? I'm like, oh, God, what now? Let's pull everything out and start doing audio checking and put new audio interfaces in an hour before. I'm like, cool, that's what we should do. And so we tried that. And then 5 minutes before the show, he's like, okay, I guess it's not going to work. So that's what we ended up with.
I'm so close.
Yeah. John sounds better.
I went on StreamYard. I went on StreamYard. I did 2 private videos, and everything absolutely worked, by myself. So I was able to get like all the audio separated just using my Mo2 M2. And I just PO'd that I can't figure it out because I know it's like one really close step away.
We were really close
right now. It's just your feedback is coming back in and looping back out, and I don't know what I could do about it.
It's going through the headset mix, and it's coming back on me, and it was just annoying as hell. Anytime, look at our bud. Anytime Picker's here, likes the hat. Looks like you're ready to ride a horse. I've ridden horses. I had a I had a really bad experience on a horse once. We went on if you've gone to up north in Door County, you can go on these horse rides. So you go up there and you get a horse. I pick out a horse, a big horse. I'm like, what's this horse's name? He's like, Bunny. Bunny?
You were on a horse with no name.
No, I was on a horse named Bunny. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Me and Bunny, this is going to be something. And these horses are kind of trained just to follow asses, right? They just follow along on the trail. You don't really have to ride and do much with these things. This horse, though, had a mind of its own. You couldn't control this horse no matter what you did. He's running right to trees. He's running right for the cliffs. It's ridiculous. This horse was terrifying. I couldn't wait to get off this stupid horse. Man, I was like, this is the worst horse experience I've ever had in my life. My wife had a great time, and she's like, well, how'd it go? And I'm like, it was shit. I hated it, to be honest with you. Bunny wanted to kill me and almost did a couple times. So tell me your horse stories, everybody. John, what about you? You like riding horses? You like that?
I don't want to hear their horse stories. It's probably really gross.
On. It's tech.
Probably.
Thank you, man. I enjoy the hat. I had to throw the hat on. I think we sound a little more balanced now, it sounds like, which means I'll start yelling because I get excited and bipolar. And poor John will sit there all controlled and have to keep raising his volume to catch up. So this is my best.
Once I saw a horse.
Welcome to the ASMR YouTuber Talk Show. Yes, we're going to do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'll do the drumming ASMR. I'm going to whisper. This is the horse. This is the horse. We're going to do this. Everybody sleep good now.
Of course.
That's what the worst ASMR channel ever. Huh?
My mind won't let me stop thinking about how I could fix this.
I know, man.
So
I know. He's so mad about it that he pushed the stream. Normally, here's what happens. Like, if I'm like 15 minutes not really prepared, he'll be like, hey, bro, what's up? You okay? You okay? Right? Tonight, he gets on 2 minutes till, which means I'm already 2 minutes late on my intro. Not a word. Doesn't seem to care. We're right up on it. He's like, so I know what your mind space is tonight. Your head's in fixing that Motu issue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I started at like 6 o'clock.
Well, so. Maybe Darren's got an answer, man. Maybe, you know. Hey, Danielle, how you
Darren
doing?
Doesn't have an answer because Darren's never used vMix, so.
Oh. Hey, does your wife ride horses? Would she like to ride a horse? We could take a trip your way and all 4 of us go for a horse ride. You can ride a horse named Bunny.
vMix?
He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about that horse. Todd once saw a horse. It was probably actually a reindeer with, but it's okay.
Of course.
I rode a horse in a video game. Oh, was that
Hey, Jen.
Dead? Was it Red Dead something? Red Dead. Yeah. I like that game.
I'm not talking about horses.
I'm talking about horses. You can sit there. You didn't bring your hat. Yes, that's what it was. That's what we're talking about. Sometimes audios. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I have used ASMR channels to fall asleep by. If you find the right one, there are some really bad ones like John and I tried just a second ago, and that that didn't work out at all. So I also have my, there's an artist with I know out in East Hampton, her band shirt. So I'm really countryed up tonight, man. And what do you got going on here? I saw Jen's here. Here's Jen. She say anything? Whose head is in what?
Right.
This is gonna make you mad, but I won't even read it. Red Dead Redemption. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. I love that game. Sorry, it was great. And then we'll give that one. We'll give it a 1-horse open sleigh, just to really round out John's anger that I brought up the horse stuff. It could have been worse. I could have asked if he ever petted a llama or something like that. That would have really made him mad. So yeah, we're having a Motu problem. I just don't know, John. I said coming in, I said, well, you could maybe bring this to chat, and maybe they'd have an answer.
Absolutely not.
I'm turning you off.
Next.
I guarantee you Jen wants to talk about a Motu routing problem with audio. Jen,
Yeah.
help me out here. You know I'm right. Come on, help it out. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you. I haven't talked to you. You're all angry about this Motu. I can tell you. I can tell you just wound up.
I'm not angry at all.
I can feel it. You're a wound up man. I don't know how to help you. Hey, look what I got today. This will make you happy. Hang on a second. Hang on. Look what I got, John.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't really. It's not in focus. There's much going on my face. Right. There we go. Oh shit.
Did you open it?
Oh, I didn't open it. I got it today. It was supposed to be here 3 days ago. Can somebody answer me a question, especially you eBay people? What is up with FedEx, man? Like, everything they tell me is supposed to be delivered on time is 3 days late. And even then, yesterday they were like 2 days late. Fine. I understand, what the world's suffering, me suffering about FedEx. But they're like, hey, you're going to be delivered tonight. It's out en route. It's ready to go. It'll be there by 6 o'clock. Then I get that, oh, you've been delayed. We'll see you again tomorrow, maybe. So I've never had this with anybody at FedEx. What the hell is going on?
I don't know what's going on right now, but you're exactly what you said. I was supposed to get something on Thursday, and now they're telling me Tuesday. And I'm like, it's in Edison. It's like 50 miles away from me.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know, but
I know.
Only thing I could tell you is that
it drives me crazy, man.
The whatchamacallit is coming back hard in Jersey. So.
Oh, is it really? The pandemic that shall not be named? So it looks like we got a couple, FedEx fired everyone, even their owner. Now their headquarters, is their headquarters still in Memphis? Isn't it in Memphis? FedEx sucks.
I don't know.
They got a big hub in Memphis. I know that. I've not had any good luck with them, man. I'm telling you right now, it's just brutal. I don't ever want to use them, but the problem is B&H, that's all I had. They don't seem to use anybody else. So every time I order from them, it's like, oh, well, plus or minus a week.
It's FedEx.
Now USPS is delivering packages for them. Oh, Jesus. Great.
I usually don't worry too much if it's from B&H because it's,
I'm afraid to put this up here, but let's talk about that B&H I found. In your head, I get to see your eyeballs are kind of trying to like focus in on the letters. So your wife wants to talk about that B&H receipt she found.
Oh, that's Danielle. Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw Jen's multi.
I know.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, the one on the dresser.
Oh, you can't leave that stuff on the dresser, man. That stuff's going to get found. I'm telling you right now. You got to leave the money on the dresser.
That's right.
Fed up. Yeah. I just, there's nothing. Looks like I'm not the only one, so that's good to know. I thought maybe it was just me or the area, but it's a big hub around here too. I don't understand it. It's right down the road and everything. It's just ridiculous, but well, that's funny. Yep. You got it, Darren. See,
thanks, Darren.
See, everyone forgot about the horses already, and we circled back.
So helpful.
I saw it. Who's this girl named B, and who's her friend named H, and why is there a $800 purchase for them? Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, I've got to get. You see, all you guys are up on me. I don't know who's delivering what and who's in bed with who on their delivering train, and it just kind of annoys me that they've all become. It almost seems like there's not really any competition much left. It's just kind of everybody's assimilated everybody. And then we've got a bunch of people who are like freelancing, dropping crap off in white cars. And you don't know if it's a tax collector or Amazon delivering some more Band-Aids or something to your house. Like it's weird when people drive up with an unmarked white car. Very strange. Or a van. I'm just curious. No problem.
With lollipops.
So yeah, I've got the, this is the light, if you guys don't know. This is the same light that you have, although you also, this is the 100, I wish I could get, this is the 5100s on my eyes. You also have the 60, you have another one, right? Should I tell people? You don't want me to probably tell people you have the other light. I just realized.
60D?
You got the 60D? Yeah, okay. All right. I only have the 100D. He's got the 100D and the 60D, but I do have the umbrella softbox. And I'm excited for that. Put that all together.
Yeah.
Get that running. I guess why I'm angry about FedEx is this was supposed to be here a couple days ago. I was going to put it up and show everybody, and I kept waiting, thinking it'll be here. And it showed up literally at like 5 o'clock today. And I'm like, I don't have it in me to put this all together at the last second. So you guys can just look at the box for an hour. If that's okay. I did have something else coming. I ordered 2 things from B&H. You won't like the second thing I ordered.
What else did you get?
You won't like. You're going to be so mad when you hear this.
What is it? A flower?
They don't have flowers.
You ordered a flower from B&H?
I did not order a flower from B&H. God, you're going to be so mad.
What'd you get?
So I bought a Sigma 30 millimeter lens because they had a little bit dollars off. And I know you're like, oh, dude, you guys going to be right in on your face. I'm not, but I wanted a different perspective. I have a 60 millimeter that I'm using on this 5100, which by the way, looks good. Even Brian gave me like, hey, it looks good. But I need 2 lenses. And I thought I'm not going to buy another 16 millimeter, have the same perspective. I wanted to mix it up, play with the 30 millimeter, see what the pros and cons of it are. play with some different shot angles? Is that your 30?
No, it's another 16 actually.
Okay. You're zoomed in though, right? Or no? Are you cropped in?
Actually I was doing B-roll with this the other day, and I was like, I left it exactly where it was, which is sitting right on the front of
I was gonna say, it looks like it's zoomed in, right? Kind of like that. I kind of like that pushed in view you just had though, too. Like that's pretty hot look right there. I like that crop. That light on your face on the side right there. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy is a little bit
pretty
that
sexy
way.
Stuff. Wait.
I like to show off my backside. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little dark on that side, but
I got nice calves.
What's going on here? Oh, little update here. FedEx and UPS
how much
can
did you
limit
pay
how
for
many
the
packages
30
delivered.
millimeter?
Huh? What?
How much did you pay for it?
$250-ish, something like that. I mean, it's not like hugely cheap, but it's new. And I kicked around the 18 whatever, the zoom lens, which is like $560, and I think I am going to get that for a walk around kind of lens at some point. But right now
The Sigma?
Yeah, but I probably want all three. I want to have a kind of a mismatch right now. The point break for me on that 30 millimeter was doable. Allowed me to get some other things done. And I want to play around with it. I want to play around with some perspective and see what's going on with it. So I may hate it. If I hate it, I'll sell it. I mean, but it's you never really know.
No, you won't hate it.
I don't think I'll hate it, but you'll never. You can get a really nice documentary shot on those things too. Like you just get a better push on that and the framing. And so I'm kind of anxious just to play with that and see if I can do an A and B shot and mix it up a little bit and see how it looks. Maybe I won't. But you know how it is. Unless you actually play with these perspectives or these differences, you don't really know the nuances of it and how it's going to feel for you. But I really think I would like definitely a zoom lens. I think that Sigma was 18 to what? 18 to 50? Does it go to? What's it go up
18 to 50, yeah.
I think that's going to be a good lens for me to get it. It's $560. It's not cheap, but it's cheap for that. It's a pretty good lens in that price point. And I think those three lenses would do me fine, to be able to
it's f2.8 and then but I mean this is like the 30 you have is pretty much like an equivalent 35 millimeter full frame, and you got 1.4, and that's a really nice, that's nice to have.
We'll see if we can make it happen, like if we can make anything good come out of that, or maybe it's just a waste of my time.
No, almost every picture you take with a 50 millimeter is awesome.
Yes. John has set up an additional camera so he can shift over to his calf cam as needed. Do you have a calf cam? I was thinking calf is a little baby cow. That would be cool. I don't see a calf. Well, I kind of do. I kind of see a little calf there. Can you stick your leg out so we can see the calf?
No.
No. I know that you do love your Amaran 100, which you've got off to your left side, and we've talked about that a lot.
I have two of them, left and right.
You have the 60 up on your right now, or you have 200?
No, I have two 100s.
Yeah. I missed the second 100D coming in. Did you get them at the same time? I missed that.
Nope. I got one before it went on sale before Black Friday, and because it was a return, so I got a discount on it, and then I got the other one, Black Friday sales, and then I ordered the 60 months ago, and it took months to come in.
Got two 100Ds, huh?
But
I thought
I'm so impressed with that 60. That 60 is just bright.
Let me ask you that, because
awesome.
I consider the 60 what you couldn't get forever. Like you just got yours and you kind of were on that for a long time. Yeah. I have a question for you. From what you saw so far, you think that 60D is just more than enough for doing
absolutely
streaming?
More than enough.
So now I bought 100D is going to be way more than I need.
No, because the fact of having that 36-inch soft box, and then
that's right.
If you want to have like you have a big room downstairs, but
I do. Yep.
I mean, this thing is awfully bright. So, okay, see that?
Yeah, that's a 60. What percentage are you on right now?
20.
Oh my God. That's on 20?
Yes.
That's crap. Now let me ask you, how's the fan sound on the 60 compared to your 100? Because I know the 100s don't have a lot of fan noise. So
Quiet. It's all quiet.
It's quiet.
Look at that.
Holy God.
That's
That's a lot of
50%.
John under that kind of light.
And then look at this. It's crazy.
Look right into the light. Turn it up to 100 and just open your eyes and stare right into the light. That'd be cool. No, there's no leg joy for you guys tonight.
Look at that.
That's like the sun, man. That's like the sun.
It's
You brought
100
this-
right there.
That kind of looks like you brought daylight inside. Now these don't have. Do these have K values that we can change or no?
No.
I didn't think so. It's not a problem though, right?
No, they don't have K values, but it's really cool because you got like this little digital screen on the side. And the first thing I did was update all the firmware. And then I set them up in my app so I can change all three, in my app. And you can change the names so you know if it's the left or the right or an overhead.
For legs,
Because
you're gonna have
what
to,
I'm going to do is take... I'm going to
Yeah, send those super chats if you want leg shots.
I'm going to take some pipe and I'm going to do an 8-foot across U with piping, and then I'm going to hang the lighting from up there, and it'll be really cheap.
You got an interrogation lamp.
Yeah,
You
pretty
literally
much.
could do
that
government
thing will
work.
smoke you.
You got,
Yeah.
you could probably fry. You know how people would fry ants with magnifying glass. You could literally like fry up, a terrorist or your neighbor who keeps mowing
look
your
at these things.
yard. Wow. Oh my God, dude, that's horrific. It looks like you're gonna disappear. That's a great movie. That's a great movie effect right there. If you could just, did you get to 100? Did you go up to 100?
That was probably close.
Okay.
And that's
That
just
that was kind of insane.
100.
It is bright. I don't know the specs. Like I don't know 60 versus 100. How much difference we're looking at. But that 60 is dang bright, bro.
I just can't believe how good it is. But I mean, the thing is, it's plenty for you, and I love the fact of the 60 because you could just put the batteries right on it. So you can go and take it on the run with you.
You can't do that with 100, right? Can you do it with 100
No.
batteries? No. It just sucked too much. Yeah.
No, I don't know. They don't sell it with it.
No?
That comes with it, and then you get that awesome case with the 60. You get like a really cool case like this.
Hey, David. Happy Friday. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. We're on a Friday night. We're just doing some weird... Yeah. I bet mine has a case if I opened it up. This probably kills John that I can't even bother to open up the box right now.
No, there's no case in it.
Oh, I don't have a case?
So
I don't get a case? Where'd you get your case?
no, not like this. And this is why I love this. The 60 comes with that case.
Oh, the
You throw it
60
in the
comes-
car. I mean,
Jesus.
they're foam, but I mean, it's still pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy about it.
So when are you going to set up your... so the point was I think you wanted the 60 for the tabletop, the top down. Did you want the 60 for that when you were doing like B-roll?
The overhead. It's
The
going to be
overhead.
used for it's going to be
The
used
lantern?
eventually for the lantern, right? And the lantern will be straight over the desk and it will illuminate this area right here. There's a skirt that goes around it. And so you can skirt off the ambient lights, leaking out, and then you could just drop it. Have that
Can I
light
ask you a
come over,
question?
and then this one, yeah.
Why didn't you get the same box on the right as you did on the left with the grid?
Oh, I do. I have.
Oh, you just didn't. You were just playing with it, or?
I don't have the room because it's huge. And
it's
so
true.
when I saw these things and I saw how big it was, I put that one up there, and it was like gigantic last week. And so
Yeah.
I'm going to
can't
I'm going to do what I said, which is put the ambient light here and then have those hanging a little bit further away.
I don't have the back shot. I don't have the. You're right, Jen. I'm just gonna return my garbage purchase. Doesn't have a box. Maybe eBay can find me some kind of box I can put it in, or some, like those old coolers that were styrofoam that you'd put like beer in, like way back when, that you could break after you're done using them. I could just get one of those and just throw the lights in there, carry it around, duct tape it. That'd be cool. I'd come in looking pretty good.
I mean, if I took that outside and lit it up the street,
I would be really interested, like just shine it on your neighbor's house or something.
Right.
Because literally that is really bright. Like that's one of the brightest. That's going to be really bright. Like, you know, you could really annoy people at Christmas time. Like with that. It is insane. Well, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. So I have, you can't see because when I was going to put my new lens on and then put it back here so we could have better shots, but next time. But I have 2 soft boxes over here that I can now replace with the one. Like John has, exactly the same setup. That left side will have that with the grid, the honeycomb, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of cool.
And those Angler boom boxes, the Angler boom boxes that was a steal. I mean, that was a gigantic steal.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, they you know, for the money, it's just unbelievable how awesome they are.
So you've been chugging. You did some videos coming out, trying to build things and do things. What's that? What's that?
I don't know what the heck is going on.
What?
I don't know. It's just it's so odd the way YouTube is sometimes, and the way.
Well, what is your frustration? Right,
and,
that's good. I was going to say right now I'm hearing a lot of frustration with YouTube in different ways. What is your current frustration, or is it just you don't know what to do?
I don't have a frustration with YouTube. It's just, I mean, it's not really like YouTube. It's just confused, I guess, sometimes. Like when you start looking, like what I try to do is, right, I try to make a title, I look it up, and then I see what's there, and then I add, you know, the description, I put the tags in, and then sometimes, like, you catch yourself, you start putting things in the title that limit the search so much.
Right.
And then so I put something in there that, like, limited so much. So I was like, gigabyte update, right, for the BIOS with CPU installed. And I was like, why am I even adding that? You know, it's like, it just limits you to people looking for something specific, and they don't even know they're looking for it. So instead, what I did was I went and changed it, and I just put gigabyte BIOS update, fast and easy way. And then, like, the first couple sentences I say in the video, it says this is for someone that has the CPU and the hardware installed. And so at least in search, you're not limiting yourself to something that's like odd. And sometimes, like, you don't catch that right away, and you start doing some of that stuff, and then you're like,
second guessing too.
What the hell am I doing?
Yeah. And the problem is you're just not really going to know for a while what's hitting on that. I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't want to say luck, but because you can narrow your luck, of course, down by going through some fast and tried and true approaches to naming and all the stuff that we do for tagging and all that. So you can narrow it down, but it's still, I don't know, man. It's still kind of a thing, trying to figure it out. I mean, we've talked about it before, like, we never know. You throw a video out there, which I've not done much of, but it's just like recently, like, I threw that Gold XLR video up in December. I kicked it out there, you know, fine. Some friends went on there, said hi. I got no subs on that thing until March. I got my first sub from the video. Now, in the last 3 weeks, I've got 8 subs from that video. And I don't know what grabs. Like, there is no way to know. Like, it hits for whatever reason it hits. I don't know why people would be looking for a Gold XLR now with everything that's out there, that they would hit that search. Because it seems to me that Gold XLR is not even on anybody's brains anymore for the most part, to be honest with you. And
some people I know just got it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm hearing more and more problems with their support team and their lack of updates.
Yeah, me too.
You know, it's getting really bad, and I think so I would not suggest anybody buy any of that stuff. Patrick, that's fine. Lurk, man. Had people over cleaning up.
Hey, Patrick. How you doing?
Not a problem. You lurk. You do what you want to do. We're just kind of hanging out for a little bit tonight. Say hi. And I haven't seen you. I mean, I saw you last Friday, but you've been busy since you got back. I've been stuck in that course that I've been taking now. It's almost done. Next Tuesday, it's done. And I feel like I'm worn out. I'm tired. But you know, if you get into these, if you've ever been in these type of programs, that's all you can do is to keep up with everything. You can't even be creative or anything. You're just holding on for dear life at the end with all the information. I don't care how good it is. And it's wonderful. That's great. But
right.
It's just tough, man. Yeah, if you do ASMR videos every day, you'll have millions. I know, it's true. I've looked through that, and it's incredible. Those channels, the growth that they have. There's a huge need for it.
Think so?
Yes. Yes. If you do
every single
ASMR,
time,
men and women can do very well with it, you know. And there's a tried and true.
Every single time I meet up with somebody or like do a live stream or do a video, a lot of times I have people coming back and they're like, "You need to do voiceover work. You need to." I was like, remember that guy Todd that used to show up from Green, whatever, from he had that audio YouTube channel. He changed the name a couple times.
Oh, did
but he used to come in.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember we used to
wasn't Mint Green?
bash
What was
the
it?
Blue
Was
Yeti.
something?
Yeah, Mint Green.
Green.
Now it's Mint Green Creative, I think he changed it to.
Okay.
But he's got like a really good voice.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the voiceover stuff. I was like, I need to talk to that guy. I don't know. Thinking about maybe doing something with that.
Voiceovers. There's a lot of voiceover needs. You know, you could also do is go to Fiverr and offer that up as $45 an hour, $60 an hour. I mean, you can do that. Like Fiverr, that's all tons of that stuff over there. I think your voice would be perfect for like doing people's little movie trailers or indie movies and stuff like that.
I got to do something with it. I'm not sure if, you know,
I'm going to use
you have
my
to have
voice
that kind of confidence in the way you use it.
I'm going to use my voice to have all the rats follow me out of town. I don't have a voice like yours, so it's kind of rough. But yeah, I mean, I could do some ASMR. You got to do this kind of stuff. That's all they do. They kind of whisper. I can read a story. I can read a Harry Potter. You know, I have a lot of drum brushes here. I could do like weird stuff like that. And John, you could come on and just be mad the whole time that I'm doing ASMR, and that would be kind of fun too. Good energy, people.
Be mad.
This is the thing. The reaction. There's a couple things that really take off. Reaction videos, like I'm gonna watch. What's the latest ones I've seen? Like you see all the gimmies, right? Like Queen. Oh, the Queen reaction videos from Live Aid 1985. Man, those get like 1 million views in a minute. People can't get enough watching people.
Or Dave Chappelle.
Or Bill Burr. Like you see just all that comedians, all that stuff. And then that's a for sure. If you do it every day, you're gonna have 1 million. And ASMR is another one. Like there's certain tried and true ones where people can't get enough. They will bounce and bounce and bounce. They just can't get enough of the dopamine from watching somebody react to things that they enjoy a lot of. And it's very interesting.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna do it.
I saw people. That's ASMR. You can do that. Yeah. Wait, you gotta have something like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find something to crinkle and wrap.
I'll get a drum brush and we'll kind of scrape the mic a little bit.
And tap.
Sometimes they do like this. Here, John, watch.
Gotta do something.
Sleep. Go to sleep, John. That's almost creepy.
I haven't had my 320 out in a long time.
I didn't either, and I thought, you know what? I've been listening to myself through the pencil mic on like 4 hours a day on these sessions, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna change it up a little bit, just kind of have fun. But then John's like, hey, can you get on? I need some help. And then I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah. Hey, llamas are smart. They don't really run away that much. They're pretty smart. They'll kind of stay with you.
Run away.
Yep. And if you could maybe head over to John's ASMR and drop him a little, nugget of coffee and thank him for your daily ritual of sleep, that would be awesome. Appreciate that.
Plus, this is the first time that I ran the Mo 2 through the DBX 286. So
yeah,
I didn't really have much time to try everything out, make sure everything's perfect. Because first of all, like the Mo 2 has 62 dB of gain, and the DBX has 60, and the preamps in the Mo 2 are like unbelievably quiet. So I'm using actually the Mo 2 more than I am the DBX right now.
Well, that'll be my next thing. Is I have a 8-channel Focus right here. I'm so excited to get after it, but I don't have. Well, I have other. I don't have the DBX, but I do have compatibles here. So I've got a couple Eureka amps, preamps in here and things. So I might try to run some stuff through there. I'm not going to go buy a 286 just for that. I don't think I need it. But we'll see what it sounds like. I tell you what, though, I did just running it clean even through there. you can tell how it is a clean amp. Like it's pretty nice.
Yes. Yes.
It's smooth. I'll be anxious to hear this.
I can tell the difference with the Mo 2.
I can too. I can tell with your voice when you're on the Mo 2. I can tell the difference. It's smoother.
Yeah, it's like night and day to me.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm going to see with the Focusrite. So just to be clear, I should be able to run this Focusrite. If I leave the Wave XLR on hooked up, I can use that software and funnel myself through the loop, right? We don't have to get it all the way today, but we can add that through. We can channel that back, right?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. Yep, I use that as the extra, as a input in the software. Yep.
So, as I understand it, well, in my case, well, a lot of them come with that loop, right? What's it called? Is it actually loop, not loop deck? It's loop?
It's loop back.
Loop back. So,
yeah.
Are you using loop? Are you tying loop back into the Wave channel? Are you picking, or how is that getting? Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just taking
that's really cool
that from the Mo 2 and pulling it right in. Yeah, no, it's really cool, and that's why I was like so close to figuring out this today, which is basically I'm running a Mo 2, and then I started separating the audio out with the PC panel. And I'm like so close to figuring this out, and it's going to help like a lot of people, because what a lot of people don't realize, right? They get a Scarlett like Solo or a 2i2. They don't even come with loopback. So you don't get loopback,
that's the problem,
I think, until you get to these, I think it's the 4i4, I believe, is the first one. And so that's why it's kind of cool to have it. And that's one of the reasons why I got the Mo 2. And I never really no one knew anything about it. Like I must have looked it up a million times where I wanted people to explain it for streaming because, this is really important for streaming. And I was like waiting for an example, and I can't find anyone with an example.
No, there's no out there. No.
Because they're using them in their DAWs.
So if you, and to cut the story short for the one person who might care, but what I love about that is that then we can apply a VST3 to that channel in Wave XLR.
Yep. And that's exactly what I did. Yeah.
That's really nice. Now, and I say a downside, but it's not really a downside, but the downside is you have to leave your Wave XLR into your USB hot in order for the software to be active. And it's no big deal. It's just that, I don't need to, and the upside is I don't have to disengage it and yank it out. That's kind of just, if I want to go through the other for some reason, I can just plug it in there. Or if I want to test 4 mics at one time, I've got 8 channels. I can, I don't know. So I suppose if I have 4 channels though, I don't think I can get 4 individual channels on my Wave XLR for each one of those channels off that Focusrite. Like if I had 4
No, because I don't know how many loopbacks you have with your
that's what I think.
Focusrite. So it just might be like 2.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe.
Because that's the standard.
Yeah. I'll take 2. I'll take 2. Not a problem. Not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. I'll have to try that.
And that's basically like what the Revelator mic was pretty much too, is like they're just basically using like loopback channels and they just made them route a little bit easier, because in the beginning, remember the Revelator, I told you they were, they were really having problems with that. And then they got rid of that for a little while and then they updated it. And I'll tell you, man, I took that out and I did some video with it and stuff.
Yep.
And that Revelator USB mic is really, I feel, the best USB mic that you can buy. I mean, it's absolutely the best.
And that's going to be a problem for like Wave, the Wave 3, which I think was always the go-to.
Maybe.
Yeah,
just like maybe, because it really depends. Like, do you need a dynamic mic? Or what are you using it for? If you want the best sounding, I mean, I think it's the best sounding. But the other flip side is the Beacon product and the Wave product software. The routing software itself is better. But I'll tell you what, man, that DSP setup and the compressor setup, the gate is a little funky, but everything is really impressive on that Revelator.
Yeah, and the AverMedia, I had a little talk with somebody who just invested into that, and they were going for the Wave, the Gold XLR. But that apparently has really smoothed out. as well. And they're really, really happy with where that's landing now as well, with the software and the updates and how slick that's working out. Because I remember that was another one when it came out. It was like, oh, it's cool, but the software was so glitched up that people were like, oh, I'm not even getting mixed into that. So it's kind of cool to hear that people are starting to kind of straighten themselves out a little bit on that. So, yeah, a serious question though for you from Patrick would be, but is it better than the Blue Yeti? To be honest with him, don't pull his chain, because he might want to buy a Blue Yeti.
It looks so much. Look at that baffle on the front.
Yeah.
And the way it's set back, you could see the capsule set back about like an inch and a half or so. It's exactly looking like the SN7B, except smaller.
That's quite brilliant, actually.
The thing is really light.
So, it's a good question, Jen. So Jen asked, you plan to do any pre-recorded videos anytime soon? Yeah, I plan on doing it a long time ago, and I won't get reasons why I didn't. I just didn't, and let's just leave it at that. I finished next Tuesday with something I've been messing around with that would be interesting. I've had a problem really kind of pinning what I wanted to do content-wise, but I do want to finish out some thoughts before I make any kind of shift on that. And I am going to make probably 2 more videos related to my audio interfaces just to finish that thought out. And then I want to kind of get more into, we could talk about productivity, but I'm more into the rounded, like the second brain thing. That you're going to hear more and more of that. That's going to be a huge thing in the next couple of years. But it's a really interesting way of dealing with all the information exhaustion that we're managing in our lives and trying to deal with, and as creatives. And so that's what I'm going through right now, the last 5 weeks. And I got to tell you, it's been an awesome experience. So I really, what really gets me excited, Jen, and anybody else, is I really like the mindset behind either doing what it takes to do a successful video or project, and also the mindset behind the ones that don't even work, the ones that don't get done, the ones that are half in the tank. Like I really do get invested into the many, and there's so many things that go into that, from your environment digitally and how you're managing where everything is, to your flow, to you hear words like convergence and divergence of managing all your information. There's so much just down to things like the cathedral effect. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but for creatives, there's all these studies done on the cathedral effect of a cathedral ceiling actually helps people be more creative than a smaller room that's on top. Even there's a lot of reasons for that in the experiments, but I really like that stuff, and I think I want to dig more into that. So it would be different than what John's doing, but not really, just a different flavor. As I go through, I want to talk about what I use to set up my stuff and the problems I have with it. I like that. I think in a long ways, I think somebody asked me this question the other day, and I said, well, what's your niche? And I think right now my niche is just me. At the end of the day, my story is my niche. I'm just going to have to lean into that, and however that story unfolds, it unfolds. I don't have great aspirations or expectations on anything. So it's going to be easier for me to fall back and just go, be your niche, learn how to storytell about yourself, and go through that journey, because it's something that I've never done. And so it becomes very personal to me. That's a long answer. I apologize, but I don't. That's the authentic answer. What's this about John here? John, is that your design? Oh wait, hang on a second.
No. I was down in Savannah, Georgia. Oh. And it's just, this coffee place was owned by some military guy or veteran, and they had that coffee with the gun set up, and I was like, man, I got to get that. And the coffee actually there was really good there also. Ah. But I don't does it have the name on it? I wish I had the name, because it was a cool little place. But it was good coffee, and they had some really nice designing hats and shirts. Really nice stuff.
Ad check. I think you're stepping out. Have a great weekend, man. The weather around here is going to be so phenomenal. I think, the best weather we've had all year. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting out and enjoying that. So if you guys are heading out. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't know that the cathedral scene actually helped him be more creative, but probably the money he got paid to do it helped him. No, I'm just kidding. Right. I mean, that was quite a canvas. Have you ever, that's quite a canvas. Look, it's really interesting studies about how your environment does affect your creativity. And again, when I say environment, there's so many things. We can digitally, how you store your files down to your desk, is it clean? Are things friction in your studio to doing things done? And down even to the music that you're playing. Are you playing creative flow music? Do you need that? Not everybody does. So you have to figure those things out. And I find that very interesting. I think it's very fascinating. Right now, what I really want to do is figure out my digital environment. So that's one of the biggest things, is getting into all these storage methods and figuring simple ones to figure out how to get that out of your brain so you can not be thinking about. We all know how to capture things, but what gets us anxious is after we put it somewhere, we start to doubt, are we going to find it? Where is it? Like, we start to actually have this little overwhelming anxiety more about anything, about, are we actually going to be able to find that in a sea of information that we are capturing that we find so interesting? And so I'm giving you some Cliff Note versions of what I'm thinking. But anyway, so what's this? That's a killer shirt. Was hoping it was your merch. I totally buy one. Is she talking about your shirt that you're wearing, that coffee one there? Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, that's a pretty cool shirt. I'm sure John's got, you asked about the thumbnail, the mouth open. John's going to absolutely have a better.
Yeah, that's what everybody does for me. If you're not doing a mouth open thumbnail, then you've missed 2021. So
no, you've missed 2020. I feel like it's passe. I think you got to kind of move. Again, my problem with that is, like, everybody's doing it. So I don't want to do what everybody's doing. That's kind of my thing. I never want to run down and jump off the same bridge everybody's jumping off of. It's like, it's too much. That's all I see nowadays is the shots, and it's fine. People want to do it.
Oh yeah,
it works.
I'm using that.
I know you are. It's fine, man. You can do it. I just
taking it to the limit.
It's not for me. I'm not going to probably do. I've done some mouth open shots, but probably not going to.
Except mine doesn't look like that. You did like the cutesy face, and that's not what I'm doing.
You do like you have that wide, manly. Yeah, you kind of the screaming like like you just saw Terminator. Yeah. It's kind of like the Braveheart yell right before they go and get slaughtered. Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
And then
you got merch. Do you have t-shirt merch? Put a gun on it.
I got merch.
I don't know if that's really going to work out for you, putting that on a. Let me see the shirt. I can't really tell what it is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, you could come up with something maybe, but it's pretty hot.
I like that.
That's pretty nice. Yeah. Well, I got to take a travel trip so I can find new shirts. So you've got some videos done. Well, how's your flow going? You were trying to restart, get things going after.
I don't have flow. I'm just so busy with everything, and so I'm just trying to find little time sideways to do some stuff, and really been trying to teach myself a little bit. I had the table out behind me, and I had the slider in different positions, and just trying to get some like B-roll and get better at it. And so setting up the lighting, and then that was one thing, like having the right lighting is so nice in comparison. To have the right lighting to light up your scenes is just, I even use, it's so much more effective now. I could use the Dasneys too to fill like a side really easy. It's just like, I love it.
They're better for side fills.
So,
I think, I would take them down to 1% a lot of times and just put them on the side. I feel like, especially for close up of like little things or something, I think that's great for that. I don't like them for anything else because they're small, and that's not really their forte. But they work great for just killing some shadow it's just a little bit too much on the shot, and you want to brighten up that.
They're bright though. They're cover,
very bright,
even at 1%. Just about.
Even at 1%.
Yeah. I mean, I used that, and I set it up, and I just did some B-roll, went over some things, erased it all, threw it away, and then I put a little video of the stuff I wasn't going to keep. And I did I put it up on Instagram, and then I took some music from Epidemic and put it in the background.
Okay.
And then I redid it again, and the new stuff came out better than the first things. But I have to do it because I have to practice it to get better at it. So
it's the only way. I do miss I did some projects earlier that I had to work on and do some videos for another. It was actually a client. And I really got in a flow with DaVinci, and I really liked having to do something to make that work, to learn. I actually like doing editing. That's kind of my favorite part of this whole process.
You should, Jen.
Huh?
Do like
Yeah, do it, Jen. Do an homage of that. That would be fantastic. Do it. Put a cowboy hat on, and I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. Oh yeah, I'm not in a flow. I don't know when people say flow. I think it's not really a flow like we think. Like I think like there's a flow of when you get into a flow, which is not easy to do. That creator flow. That's a really interesting subject to get into that mode where you're just like all consumed for that hour and a half where you can really put that out. And it takes more setup than people think to get into a pure creative flow. And to keep that, and you can only hang on to that for so long, and then you dip out. There's just the reality of it. But
I picked up a Elgato green screen too. So I got one of those ones you just put on the ground and 60 inches wide, and just whoosh, throw it up, and it works really good. It was so much faster and so much quicker. So that's like what I'm trying to do. Like
see, that's part of it. That's what I'm talking about. That's part of what you get rid of these little things because that's such overhead when you want to get in a creative flow. By the time you sit down to do any creative stuff, you're just all like spent. Like you're just like, come on, man. I spent all like even these little things. They all add up to take your mind away from it. They get frustrating at times. It just takes you out of that moment. So wait,
my son walked into the room and he's like, "Oh my God, that thing makes it so simple." And I was like, "Yeah, it's awesome."
Explain that to me. So how does that work? Like you say, you pull it up. What's the stand? Like, is it like us? How does that work?
Oh, I took it back in the garage already. I forgot.
Oh,
yeah, it's 60 inches long. It's about this wide, and you just got a handle on it. You drop it down behind you. You take the top off, and you just grab it and just whoosh, stand it right up. That's it.
Because I'm going to tell you the stuff where you need to have stands and things that you kick and set up and all that.
No, look it up.
I will.
It's the Elgato. The Elgato
I'll
is
probably buy it.
It's like $150, and I picked this one up. It was used the guy told me he used it like twice for a Twitch streams he did, and I got it for $80. So.
This I want to see. And of course, this will probably get you, 500,000 views, and then another 500,000 horse ball. And then if you do some ASMR while you're on the llama and horse, that will probably garner you another half. You'll be up to 1 million.
I don't know about the ASMR, but I need to do something with my voice. I have way too many people mentioning.
Sadly, though,
it's not like I'm sitting
here
that too, though, and saying, "Oh, my voice is so great." I've had so many people say things to me. And
there's a reason why they say it, and at some point you shouldn't fight it, right? You should be like, "Hey, it's obviously standing out. It's obviously an asset. Do it."
Yeah, I got to do something. Got to figure it out.
Yeah, open mouth thumbnail only works when you sell something for $1 million. Yeah, I mean, look, I get they're effective. All those those just crack me up. Like. You just go on to YouTube, you look at any gaming mashup from the day of whoever, Summit 1G or Doctor, whatever. Not even him, because he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that old mouth open stuff. But, they all have the same look. They all fake smiles, the wide open mouths, the shocked look. Or the only ones not doing that are ASMR people. They have a totally different vibe. They don't do that kind of stuff. But it does. I mean, it's effective. It seems to catch people. I just wonder, though, now that every single thumbnail that I see has that, if that's going to continue to hold people's attention, if it's going to continue to grab people. It'll be interesting with the next trend. Let's find out.
I think
good on the Bruins.
Put too much weight on. I think people just have nothing else to talk about, so they say like the thumbnail is like so big, and it just cracks me up because I
agree.
Do you see, like, I went up and looked these BIOS thumbnails up, and I'm like, there's maybe 2 better than mine. I mean, they're all these computer guys that did nothing to make their thumbnail look good, and they have 60,000 views, 150,000 views, 400,000 views. Because people need the information.
They need the information. See, that's the problem. Like everybody wants to drop this nugget about the thumbnails, because I think it's an easy one to throw out there and look smart, and it's hard to defend. People don't want to counter that. They want to, so and so used here's how you do my YouTube thumbnail. I agree with you. I've seen so many bad thumbnails have a ton of views, and tons of subs, and because the value is there. So it's not about thumbnail all the time. Hey, you know what, Boston Don, your Celtics are taking on my Bucks. We're tied 1-1 in the basketball. I think the Celtics are going to pull that out, though. I think they're going to win that series. Good on the Bruins win.
Start watching stuff.
I haven't watched anything. I just heard that's what happened.
I'm gonna have to start watching some basketball.
Yeah, the Bucks Celtics are going to be a good run. I think it's going to go 7. Have you guys run into a problem when you export from Premiere and upscale to 4K and went to YouTube directly from here? Well, I haven't, because I don't use Premiere.
Right.
And I don't go directly from DaVinci. You can push it up from DaVinci to YouTube directly. What kind of problem are you running into when you say it's upscaled and you're running?
It's not going through. It says it's not going through.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Could be some slow processing.
I did the starting this 101 and was stuck on it. Well, are you actually trying to push it up through Premiere? Because my answer to that is don't. Just export it out or whatever. You just take the file and go straight through YouTube. Like, why would you want to use? I understand it's kind of nice because it's like this all-in built-in thing, but sometimes those things really muck up on long saves and exports and things.
Yeah.
I
thought that was like really cool to be able to do that, and then I was like, cool. Every time I'm done like encoding the video, I feel like I have to go watch it again. So it's like I can't just have it upload right away, and so I'll miss something. So then I just go and because even in the encoding process, what if there was a glitch or something happened? So I got to watch it again, and then if it looks good, then I'll do it. So we'll see.
What comic got deleted? I'm so out of that loop. Let us know, Jen. I'm starting to do that now. I mean, I'm curious. I just think sometimes you're running through an app like Premiere, and I don't know how they're doing that. I don't know what their server's involved with being the source and helping you. I don't know what kind of the portal mechanisms and caching out and all the nonsense that could be happening in a long, big file with Premiere. And it could be that Premiere's big and it's kind of stressing your system a little bit. Then you're doing that and all, get rid of Premiere. Dump that down. Close it out. I'm like, John, I'm with you.
Comment for you. If you, I'll leave that comment for you if you want to show it or not.
Which comment? Who said?
Jen said, I suggested that John do phone sex.
Well, here's the thing. You probably make a lot of money. Look, you got a voice that you can do any of that stuff. No one's going to know it's you. However, if I call and then you end up on the other side of the phone, it's going to be a problem. So I might want to avoid wherever you're working. That's really funny. I suggested John do phone sex. That is hilarious.
That's where I got to go, right? To make money. I have to go.
That's where all the money is, bro.
That route.
It's all in any kind of like sexual. That's how the internet started. Okay. Yeah, that's how any improvement. People will laugh at this, but almost every major improvement of compression early on, especially, happened from porn sites who needed to get stuff out quicker and gambling. Those were the two biggest drivers of technology improving when it came to compression and getting things done on the internet. Portal sites and things like portal sites and things like that. It was all driven by those industries. Still is, actually, in a way, but less than it used to be. So I found the 4K upscale on my drive, so I'll use that file to try it. Let us know. Let's see how it's going, because I think there's something.
So you know what's on my radar now all of a sudden? I don't know why, right? So Potato Jet, everybody knows who if you don't know who Potato Jet is, let me know in the comments. But if you're trying to get better at anything YouTube or love, like he's just got a great channel. So
he does.
You go check him out. Yeah, so he's been, it started with Casey Neistat, really, about like 3-4 years ago. I think about 3. He went and got these electric bikes, right? And they're called Super 73s. Yep. And they're really cool looking, man. I mean, they're kind of like motorcycle driven look wise, and they're really funky and cool looking. So he got them, and then a lot of other YouTubers got them, and Potato Jet got them, I think, last year. And they look really cool. And so now I'm looking at electric bikes for me and my son because I'm
cool.
thinking this is really cool. And it's like this kind of vibe where you can go into like Hoboken or New York or another town by us, right? Like take the Jeep, take the bikes off the back, cruise around these places. Like you can literally go 30 miles on this thing, you know? And so I was thinking about like just doing that. I don't know. It was just a thought in my head. And then I was looking
fast do those
today
go?
at
How fast do
electric
those go?
bikes.
What's the top speed on them?
Oh, well, they have ones that go fast, but I mean,
Well, I know, but you're not going to.
they have these classes and they're not supposed to go over 20 miles an hour.
That's what I
And
thought.
you could be like 16 years old to ride one and et cetera, et cetera. But they have these like little modes that you just overrides it. All these bikes do. And so they do more like 25, 30,
Okay.
which is plenty, like 25, 30 with no pedaling for 20 miles.
It's pretty nice. That's a bike ride
Yeah.
I could do.
So I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I don't know if anyone's ever thought of that. Like we've ridden our bikes through different areas and stuff, but this is like different. Like, you know, it just makes it so much easier to really get engaged
Yeah.
in certain areas a whole bunch more.
Yeah, I mean, you have a little. You can
So-
you can branch out quicker and faster too. You can get to things a little quicker,
Yeah.
a little faster, and let's be honest, it's just a little more fun. Like there's something. Bike riding is fine. I do it, but I mean, there's just something about zipping around with your son on an electric bike that'd be kind of fun for a purpose, right? I mean, that would be
Right.
fantastic. And then take the camera along, get some cool footage, have fun. I don't know. I think that's a gimme. Like I would totally do that.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like just take, throw
Maybe
the
put the
GoPro on.
GoPro cam on, right?
Yeah,
be cool.
on my
Have
chest
both.
and just like
Yep.
put a point of view shot and
Yeah.
and go out there and just like do some stuff, have some fun.
Right.
I don't know.
I think it's a gimme, man. You should do it. Quickly, Boston Don says, it looks like I'll eventually have my first video up on YouTube. Congratulations. Also, Steve's not here. Our good friend from Steve from Hawaii, but he went over 1,000 subs the other day. So I want to
Oh, nice.
I want to put that out in the ether. He's doing some footage, from Hawaii, which is really cool. And people are really interested in that. And looks like his family and friends came out to support him. And then people are just interested in Hawaii, of course. But they're really, him and his wife are very lovely people. And I'm glad that happened for them. So I just want to throw that. Hopefully he'll step in and say hi. We can tell him that. Yeah,
Nice.
Jen, I mean, you got to pick one. There's either the voice or the acting. And I don't think the acting is going to work out in that for him. But Patrick, yes. Okay, I was going to ask you, Patrick. So you spend about 3 to 4 minutes on your thumbnails. I'm trying to figure out one thing I can work on every month to improve on. This month, I'm working on incorporating a little
Right.
bit of music. Yeah, music's a good way to go, a good way to leverage a vibe. Put that together. Yeah, I feel like that was all coming together for me. It's just gonna, I don't know. I'm not consistent with content. So, electric bike, definitely a future purchase in video. Yeah, I think you could do a lot. You could be like the John, the John electric bike, video guy going out there on a bike and checking things out. I like this. Hang
Look
on.
at that thing.
Let me full screen this.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Look how
that's pretty
cool
hot,
that
man.
is.
That's pretty rad. Not gonna lie.
Right. So that's like that's like
me get
one of their designs,
I like that
and
design,
they have
man.
several.
Dude, those are like
they
off-road
have, like-
tires right there. You could go on
Oh,
hiking
yeah,
trails
yeah.
with that, right?
You could go on you can go on easy going.
Not like I'm going to
terrain.
ride and do jumps. I'm talking about like you can go like on a normal bike path. Like we have parks, normal parks where you can just kind of ride your bike leisurely. These would be
Yep.
great. I think.
Oh, yeah.
You could take these bikes and do it. Of course, you could pedal too, right? So
So
how
these are like
I don't know a lot about these, John. Like, do they recharge based on pedaling or are they plugged in?
yes. So they'll recharge
That's awesome.
to a certain it will like take you further. I mean, these are heavy bikes. These are like 75, 80 pounds. So they're really meant to really be just really driven, but you can pedal them and then go further. So you can get like, like I said, you can get 20 to 30 miles out of one of these things,
Wow.
and if you're conservative, you could get like 40 miles.
So what is the thought? Like how long do you have to pedal to get charged up? fully.
Well, that just lengthens the whole thing.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
it doesn't like recharge it to like something
It just saves. Okay.
100%. It's
All
not
right.
a comfortable bike to pedal. It's kind of like they call it a pedal assist. And so what you're supposed to do is when you do a little bit of pedaling as you accelerate, it takes a little bit of strain off the battery and makes it last longer.
Oh, got it. Hey, Anna Jack, yeah,
But you don't have to.
Annie Jack, we don't. Yeah, we rarely ever delete that. Something funky going on tonight, so sorry if they lost that comment. Please drop it though. We'd love to have your comment or your question. Absolutely. So sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
It's happened to me too. But yeah, we're not doing that. No. It would have to be pretty egregious for us to bounce you out like that. We wouldn't do that to you. Yeah, just get them, bring them to Philly. I'll give you the city tour. You know?
That's what I was thinking. Like
Is it
stuff
safe
like
though?
that.
Because it's
And
safe to go
the
around
thing-
Philly on a bike.
Oh yeah, it's safe. Well, you go around New York City.
I
mean, it's
throwing barbs.
you got to be careful.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You coming back?
Huh? Who?
You gonna come back? You.
I'm coming. Oh yeah. Look at me. I'm not there. I was watching full screen. Sorry. I was watching full screen. And I was bouncing over here, trying to figure out what happened to our friend's comment. I think you should do it, man. And I think that would be like get the GoPro on you, take your camera, whatever camera you want to, and just kind of go around somewhere and like go to Philly. Because those bikes would fit
Yeah, I'm
in a
thinking
car
about
pretty easily. You know, put them in a Thule maybe.
Oh no, they're going. They're not. They're like 80, 90 pounds. You know, put them in your car.
Oh, they won't. Well, you can put them on a bike rack, but they probably get stolen like in a heartbeat, no matter how hard you locked them to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that, man. Like, yeah, yeah, I'm not. I would like to get out more and take footage, but I'm just like, I'm not really there. I'm not really an out and about guy yet. I need to be. And what is your thought? Well, I have that question about the Sigma 1850. What is your feeling about that lens? And what do you think about that lens as kind of, I know it's not a small lens, but as far as a walkabout lens, if you're trying to get some different vibes in an area or out and about taking a walk, I mean, do you like the idea of that?
I think it's a good lens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a like I'm the one that went and spent money on getting the Sony 18 to 135. I mean, it's a variable f-stop, and I would rather have a 2.8 that has good focal ranges. So you're getting like very close to an 80 millimeter, which is great for portrait photography. You can get a 50 millimeter, you can get a 35, and you're all got 2.8 or so.
Looks really
that's
good.
pretty good.
I saw a couple of really good channels that ran through that lens out and about, and I was pretty impressed with it, and still really nice autofocus yet, really nice depth, a nice bokeh yet. It's just really nice. I was actually pretty shocked. 2.8 still should be pretty adequate for low light for the most part. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you'll get away with it, not a problem.
I mean, the one I have shooting in the back right now, which is this guy right here, that's at 3.5 with 500 ISO.
Yeah. It was put to me the other day about this whole idea with the f-stop that really the clearer picture is not at 1.4, that you really want to, if you really want the clear of the pictures, you want to be higher than 1.4, for example. That kind of really that speed or whatever.
Well, you never get. Well, it's not that it's not clear; it's clear in the center, right? But that's the whole point. Is when you're at 1.4 and you're doing stuff like we're doing, it doesn't matter because this is all going to be clean looking. Mm-hmm. It's when you dive deeper into the pixels out here that you'll see that they'll be like, that's where it starts breaking apart. So it doesn't matter in something like this, but yeah, if you're doing portrait work or photography, it's going to be the corners that fall apart the fastest.
Right.
And so the 1.4 probably looks the sharpest at probably 2.8.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in your question now too. So throw it out there when you get a chance. Ken,
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Ken, what are you doing on Friday? You should
How are
be
you, bro?
like putting out some videos or doing something. What are you doing? You're always busy. What are you doing popping in here? No, it's
I
good to
think
see
he
you.
streamed earlier tonight, actually.
Is that right? Oh, no. Oh, no.
I think, Friday he does the join on. I was sitting here trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, well, we still didn't figure it out. We can always look at it. You finished for the night? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're not going to hang on too much longer, but we got on here now about an hour or so ago, and we were trying to figure out, Ken.
Nice, Ken.
We're trying to run John's Motu, and we got it. He's got it going 99%, but the only problem is once we opened up vMix, I was getting kind of a loop back noise, so we're having a little trouble with the separation there, and we tried everything we could up until
So right now,
stream.
I can go, and this is right now. He's going to start hearing double of himself when he talks, but I'm basically just running the Mo2, and that's it. And I could play all my sounds. You heard that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then I play the video. I could play Spotify. I could play everything, except that I got to figure out where you're hearing me back. And
well, we know it's in. Well, we know it's in. It's funny to hear myself. We know it's in the mix. Obviously, like I'm coming through
in
that
the
mix
loopback.
It's in the loopback. So it's got to figure out how to isolate that and virtual cable me out, whatever.
And
somehow
we might not be able to.
We might not be able to. I'm not. I'm in my head. I'm trying to source that, but it's not coming up with anything because you've got somewhere along the line you have to be able to virtually separate these things, and I'm just not sold on where we can really do that in this mix. And I think it's at a vMix. I'll say it's at a vMix level, but maybe that's just because it's happening because that's what we're using to actually do the stream. So my suggestion is we do like OBS, we do StreamYard. We also, we just check a few just to see, just see there's root that out, make sure I don't have something set up or you in the sound. Because
when I go solo, it's all good if I go solo. So it will work.
Oh my God, it's been a while. How you doing?
Like with you.
It's good to see your avatar. Hope you're doing great. It's great. What are you doing on Friday night? What are you doing on Friday night in this channel? This is a bad channel.
Staying in.
Here. Huh? She's saying hi.
She's staying in.
I hope you're doing well. I did get an update from you. See how you're doing. Feels like we missed a couple friends. I got to step back and see how you guys are all doing. It's been, yeah. Does either vMix or Mo2 have USB mix minus? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. vMix has it. So. Yeah, I'm almost at a point where I'm not sure it can be done with that Mo2. You can do what you need to do in any other setting, but once you get into this, taking in a chat mic or whatever, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I mean, I don't know. I hate saying it because for me, like there's always an answer. Like there's always a solution. You may not like it. Now.
I know the solution.
We decided it's not.
I just want to help the people.
I know.
You did. That don't have all that. That's all.
Yeah, but I mean, in a way, you did. The issue is if they're live streaming. But what if? I mean, I guess. I mean, what if they're doing a single person podcast out though, and they're just
then they're fine.
Then they're fine. So you've helped them, kind of. But
that's the majority of the people.
We rooted out the PC panel though. That's just sending the signal. Right?
Well, I don't know. I only spent I spent like 4 hours. It's going to take me at least 10 hours. Who knows?
I'm just saying, man. Yeah.
That's why I was trying to find some workarounds. Basically, you're just saving me a lot of time by trying a million different things.
Yeah, I was happy to.
Me stealing my son.
Exactly.
No, man. I steal my son and ask him.
Yeah, there's vMix has the minus, and we've never had this problem, but he's trying to make something happen.
Well, it's not a problem.
It probably isn't designed for, but that's when you run into problems. However, we found solutions doing that, so it can be done. We'll get some minds together. I'm eating a bagel. I'm about to go to bed. I like that. I'm old too now because I like that. You're not an old lady. Stop that. What kind of bagel? You got me hungry. Is it like with seeds on it? And when you eat a bagel, do you crisp it up in an oven? Just a little bit, like crunchy, and then put like Philly cream cheese on it. That's really getting me hungry.
Because I want to figure out streaming. The audio is hard, Don, and so that's why. Like, if I can help some people, because not a lot of people know that it even exists. Like, people are buying audio interfaces and they don't even know that it comes with
I so
built
appreciate
in, like
I,
it's loop.
like
It's called loopback.
I love the comment, but then my answer always is, yeah, but once something is known, it's simple. So, it's simple.
Yes.
Like anything unknown is simple. But he may
Thanks, Kim.
find something that's really simple and cheap for people who already have the parts, and to pull this off. And then once you have the information, right? Once John makes the video, it's now simple. I understand the question, and I'm not dissing that at all. But just
it's the other thing. It's the other thing is like, my thought is, okay, so if you're gonna buy a Scarlett 2i2, you might as well go and spend a little extra money and get the one that has loopback built in. It comes with it. And so if I could figure out to make this work for somebody, which I probably can, so I'm just gonna see. I'll figure it out.
we are doing well.
Kim,
We miss you
how
too.
far along are you?
Huh?
How far along are you, Kim, at this point?
Oh, I know. I was going to ask, but then do I bring that up? And then, I'm glad you asked. I didn't want to ask it. Yeah, how far along are you? Because
she kind of brought it up.
you are eating a bagel at 11. Well, I don't know what time it is by you, but let's say 10:30. Let's cut the difference. And, are you eating pickles? Do you like pickles?
She's 3 hours behind us, I think.
We missed your streams too. So if you don't know, we went to one stream just so we can do more recordeds. And once in a while, moving them around, we just kind of, for the fun of it, moved to a Friday out of nowhere, just hanging out. So appreciate that.
6 months.
Do I have all the caps blocked? I might. I don't know, John. Did you have your set all caps? I might. I'd have to go in and take a look in the back end. And but do you need to use all caps? I don't know. It's a great question. I'd have to. I don't want to spend the time to look right now. It's a good question. So Cashew says she sees it. I'll let them work that out. I don't know why you're doing all caps. I wouldn't, but yeah. No, I mean, I know that we're not blocking intentionally. So something obviously is getting swept up in the filter meter. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, here we go. Yep, in 6 months. Got a little while to go. Send help. What do you need specifically? Would you like we could send a house cleaning crew every 4 days? We can have someone come make your meals. That would be kind of cool. If you're pregnant, you don't want to have to make meals all the time. I would love that. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
It's the same effect, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the loopback software. That's where loopback software came from. Is people just if you buy an audio interface, especially from the last 2 years, there's loopback software built into them, and then so you have to learn how to use them. And most everybody was using them for their DAWs. So you can go and play your DAW, and then you can go and record the loopback at the same time. But it's also for streaming, but not if you go. I've been looking for a good video for 2 years. So if you go looking for a video, the company themselves says, oh, it's great for streaming this and that, but they don't show any examples how to set it up, because they don't want to dive into it, because it's complicated because, okay, so if this software allows you to do it, it doesn't mean that OBS is going to let you do the same thing. Like, these different softwares have different things that open up for you to use for routing, and they can't go and tell you what that's going to be. So you got to go figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, yeah, absolutely. Loopback works great. I think what you're trying to do, though, is you're pushing the limits of some things. Don, I have the Scarlett 2i2, so I should have spent more money. I say that all the time.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I got the Mo 2, is because it didn't have it. So I saw that, and plus the Mo 2 is really top notch, and it's got a 32-bit float. It's got it's, put it this way, you can't get better for something. It's the Audient ID4 Mark II, and there's one other too there. I can't remember off the top of my head the name. It's got the 4K button on it. All three of those. Oh, the Pro Logic. SSL2. Those three things are the best audio. Those three are the best audio interfaces you can get for around $200.
Yeah, I mean, I almost got the Scarlett 2i2 too. Then we talked, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get the Mo 2." And then it was like,
it's fine.
They weren't in stock really. And then I realized, you know what? I need 8 channels anyway for drums. So we got the Scarlett 18i20, I think it is. I like it a lot.
When you talk to drummers, that's what they do. Drummers are always getting, you know, like, because they need so many speakers.
Oh,
I mean, so many
channels.
Mics, so
I need 2 of these, so I probably would have to get like the Clarion Optic or whatever. You can tether them and have 16 channels. 16 would be great. 8 for the drums, 8 for the percussion instruments, and you never have to. I have snakes, so then I can run those 8 to one, 8 to the other. I'm all set. I don't have to keep unplugging. There's nothing worse. You talk about friction. When you only have 4 channels and you're constantly pulling out to set up things for record, it's annoying. I want to set it, and I want to walk away, and those things are always going to be hot to go.
Set it
just
and forget it.
Record. Yeah, set it and forget it, man. Yeah, thanks for hanging, Auntie. I want to know what's going on. I wish we could figure out what's going.
You don't have the whatchamacallit that we were using a long time ago still going, do you? Remember we were using
the Nightbot thing, right? What, the Nightbot?
Yeah. Do you still have that going? You were supposed to go and shut everything
might, and
off
that might be what's eating. We need to look. I can't. I can pull up now, but I mean,
because remember, everybody did that. I used it first, and then I was like getting slammed. And
John's using it.
Kim did it,
Yep.
and then everybody was using it afterwards, and they were all getting slammed because the one thing is cool where you add all the links and it shows. But man, if you use any of their blocking stuff, it was like over the top.
So I went into that to make that work, and I thought it's cool. Things like it was working, and it ended up being a disaster. And it was that way for a lot of people. It wasn't just me. I'm going to log in real quick.
You don't want to use their blocking stuff, Nightbot.
Let me just take a look here real quick. And
that's why you could just go into the community.
You could help me out.
And then you go into the community tab, and then you add everything there. That's the best thing to do.
In YouTube, yeah. So this would be in spam protection,
YouTube.
probably disabled. Everything's disabled in that. And then, yeah, I don't really see anything in there because I remember I was having problems, and when you're like, ooh, make sure that's disabled. I think it was either the excess caps. I see that in there. It's disabled. Yeah. So I may untether this whole thing from I don't even want this connected to my stuff anymore, though, because I don't trust it. I'm going to leave that up and take a look at that later. So the only thing I can do is
use it for the links. The links are good.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's why I left it up. Yeah, it's not there. I don't understand why that's not showing up, man. And Anti is getting just slammed. I don't.
Oh.
Huh?
You're right. Patrick just made a comment, and I was like, the same thing happened to me with Dr. Elo, Patrick. Same thing where I couldn't comment, and he didn't see any of my comments on the stream.
Night be tripping.
I was like, I don't know what's up,
be
bro.
tripping. It is tripping because it's not even on, though. Like, that's the whole thing. And I don't even know.
Nice butt.
Is there even a YouTube thing in the back where the back end on YouTube where you can knock out that? I'm not even sure. I haven't been there in a while. I'll have to take a look.
Knock out what?
All caps. I only used the
no,
blacklist.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I just use the blacklist of words and things like that. So unless the particular word is being dropped in there, but I don't really think that's the problem here. For some reason, though, you got swept up into something, and I apologize for that, but I don't know what it is. I see you now. Like you obviously can get through. You could just ask the question, or do you need it to be in all caps for it to work? Like, is the question not going to work unless it's in all caps? I mean, I must have missed something. It's kind of tripping me up. It kind of makes me funny. Ken says, I'm sorry, Ken, I tripped on you. So yeah, I have okay, you do have all the filtering. I have all the filtering turned off too, Ken. You only use the timers. Okay. I just haven't looked at it. I mean, the link stuff is cool to have it automatic. I think that's the only thing I want to add some point. But I didn't really stress it out, worry about it. Yeah. I'm dying to know the question, what's getting swept up into the garbage. But, John, the one thing I really wish I had, I really do want the slider for that B-roll stuff. I've tried to emulate some looks, trying to do it by hand, I really feel like we have really good. It's
hard.
It's so hard. Like, okay, we have a nice tripod that you can turn. It just doesn't, it's not the same effect. And being able to slide like that and then be able to speed it up in post or whatever and do speed ramping, and get that nice steady. I don't know, man. That's what I want.
You gotta learn it though.
Anti-Jack's out of caps.
It's like another thing to learn, you know. Like
I know
it isn't. That's what I was spending that time on, was just learning, you know, how to make it work and come out good. But when you figure it out, you get I'm so happy.
Well, what do you mean? Like, what was the hardest? What's hard to figure out about the slider? Just setting the speeds that work for what you're trying to.
No,
record?
just different looks, you know. So like, you know, you do the mic standing up this way, you lay it flat, or you pan sideways, or you come into it in a way, and then
I love that one.
You do all this, right? And it's kind of like you kind of have to get like a rhythm down where you kind of do all these things every time.
Yeah.
And once you get it down, you know that it's a good. But literally, you're going in there and using like, you know, 1 second here, 3 seconds here, and it's like you gotta go through this footage and just realize, like, you know, you don't have to have that much.
B-roll is an expensive enterprise to do on your own. Like I don't care how good at it you are, you can get quicker because repetition will obviously key you in on how to speed that process up. But I think it's a heavy investment, right, of time. I also think it's worth it, but I also think it's one of the hardest things to do. Brian, our friend Brian,
it's worth it.
Brian really helped me out when I did the first 2 videos that I did, the only 2 videos I did. But it was wonderful because I cheated. And the mechanisms he gave me to use that, because I didn't have any other tools or sliders, so I had to use a cheat. And I like that vibe, which is that quick black, but you got to have a dark room, like I do. So we used what we had, and right, you got to use what you have. I have a studio downstairs that I can black out completely. So what that allowed me to do is black it out and then use that trick with a little hand light and swoosh it. You'll see that in my trailer right at the beginning where I swoosh across the drums and things. And I use that on, I'm so mad at myself, John, because I've done B-roll footage for the Focusrite already. I've done B-roll footage for the arms. They already capped and put away, and I still haven't done videos on them. So that's because of the timing, but that's annoying to me because you get things done and you get all these little intermediate packets, right? And you get them all set up to build block on, and then you don't follow through on it. It's annoying. I see, mommy.
Yeah, but it's even like you know, sometimes it's the focusing. Like, okay, now I'm not going to go widescreen focus, going to go center focused, and you know, continuous, and it's like a lot of times you got to make sure you do all these little things. Sometimes
get back to Dan and his.
You know, the lighting's got to match.
Yes.
Hey, Dan.
That's the other thing. Everything's got to match. Everything's got to be consistent. Speaking of somebody who's got some big changes coming up, Dan, if you're still around.
Yeah, Dan, I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
He's not feeling the greatest, I would imagine, right now.
Yeah, he got the bug, as they say. But Godspeed on that, sir. And so you can get back to full health and doing your stuff. You got a lot of exciting changes coming up, man, and that's really excited for you. And it seems like every other day I see something new with the products and your partnerships, and it's it's impressive, but I'm really happy for you. And I know you're grateful. Your family looks like you're having a good time, and I just love it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad you keep trying, Anti-Jack. It's not Anti-Jack, it's Anti-Jack. Just call you Anti for now. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I appreciate you for trying and trying to figure it out. Mommy, Lala. Hey, how you doing, Lala? I owe you a message, but the video won't play, but I can see the chat. Hi, everyone. That's funny. Yeah.
The video won't play.
She's out and about, so she probably, she's in the
video?
Philippines. She probably doesn't have maybe the best streaming speed. Not a problem. Just imagine John and I looking good in our tuxedos. We're all shaved, looking good. As we always are on Fridays. Yeah, it's not us, man. I appreciate you trying. And whatever the question was there a question ever? Or is it just
he wants to know why you won't turn the caps off.
Are you messing with me?
He wants to know why you won't turn the caps off.
Oh, here we go.
Do something awesome today.
Lovely. Let me do
something awesome today.
Hang on. I want to get rid of this for a second. Yeah. See, that push in and pull out vibes, what I want. I just love that look. It's such a great walk in. Look how beautiful that slides.
So now you got to learn to take 2 seconds of that. And then you got to move stuff around.
Like a set design.
You know, it's just like, I've never done any of this stuff before. You know, here I am.
Yeah. Like
This is exactly. I didn't even plan the show this tonight. So now you put it on this little pedestal, and now you got to go and raise your camera up to match the height.
Yep.
You know, and
so now let me ask you.
You got to make sure that
you've got a lot of flood lighting. So did you use the Dasneys on the right and left side? It looks like you have it maybe on the right for shadow. Is that what you use?
I have it on the right for over here.
Yep.
And on the left side, I have my lantern light just dropping light over there.
Yeah, that lantern is dropping beautiful light. Like if you tried to do that with my softbox or just a Dasney, for example, you're going to have so much dark shadows. Like you could see how well that spreads across all the crevices. Really, I know you have a fill light, but still.
Right.
Like, how cool is that? You're right. The Dasneys. That's what I was going to use it for. Was that? Look at that fill light on the side when that looks beautiful. Yeah.
So it's like I was just messing around with this stuff, like
that's what you got to do,
taking
right?
footage and looking at things, and who knows? I'm just trying to learn. That's basically.
You'll learn
what
so
I was
fast.
doing the other day.
I learned a ton. I learned a ton going through. And I had Brian kind of walk me through, and I knew in my mind what I wanted to kind of do, and that helped. And sometimes you just need that project. Sometimes you just to be willing to go down and just shoot about 100 hours of footage playing around and seeing how the light works for you.
You actually have to do stuff like that, and that's the thing.
It takes
time. That's the only way I'm going to get better. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time to do that, and that's just another nugget of time you got to fill in as you're trying to do videos and everything. But it's and what's problematic is, I don't know, maybe not for you, but I find that enjoyable to look for those new shots, angles, and figure out if I can pull them off like I see on everybody else's cool channels. But it becomes a little bit of a distraction for getting work done, like it's an excuse, almost like I'm being productive because I'm learning this B-roll stuff, but I have a project due date that I'm 2 weeks past, right? So it's one of those things where it's really hard sometimes I'm just going to go with the least amount of pain right now, and it's going to be B-roll practice. But I love that. It gives me such high hopes. Now, on the lantern, that was your 60D, right? I just want to make sure, right?
On my no, that's my 100.
Oh, that was your 100
The
over
60D's on the ground. I showed it to you.
No, on the B-roll. You used the 60?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, what percentage did you have
100.
that 60? What percentage
I didn't
was
use the 60. I used the 100.
What percentage was the 100 at brightness when you?
I don't know.
Really?
I didn't look. I left it where it was. I just turned it sideways. I didn't even look. It
wasn't 100.
I just adjusted it.
You obviously could go.
No, not even close.
But I mean, you could go lower too. I was worried that maybe if I wanted a little bit less, like you weren't like at 1% on that.
No.
Okay.
No. Right. No. I could, like, bro. I mean,
I don't know because I
can
can
show you right now if you want to see what 1% is.
Yet,
I can show you right now.
He's talking to me like I work for this company. Come on, man. You're my go-to on this one because I'm gonna set mine up tomorrow.
The one on my right in the lantern is on 10% right now.
Okay.
This is.
Hang on, let me put you on here.
1.5% on the right.
Oh, it goes pretty low.
So it's
okay
on this side.
All right.
Right, and then if I go to the other side, the left side is at 18. No, it's at 11%. I'll drop this down to the same. That's 3%. So I got 3% and 1.5% right now.
All right, I'm watching.
What are you doing? ASMR? You walk away and you think you're going to do ASMR.
I should have turned my mic off. I was going to try to pull this stupid light out, and I thought I could be quiet, but that did not work out, man. I'm coming back. That didn't work out at all. All right. Now that everybody's here.
Yeah, I mean, these are really low right now. So, but.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
Jesus, is that all your beer bottles?
Yeah, that was my beer. Hang on a second. I actually, you know what? I knocked my tea over. Luckily, there was hardly anything in it, but Still annoys me. I'm still annoyed I did it. I can't get the light out of the box because I'm trying to do it off to the side carefully because I don't want to screw the light up. Hang on a second.
Oh, look. The guys are taking pictures of me again, bro. Taking pictures of me again.
Nice. Oh, that's Amber Heard's and Johnny's groups. People. Paparazzi. Yeah, so paparazzi. Yeah, I got it out finally. I got it out finally. It took a minute. It took a minute. How much smaller is the 60? Pretty small compared to this. Right? Pretty small compared to this, right? I mean, this is not bad though for like transporting to a shoot with that umbrella.
Are you kidding me?
With that umbrella. That's fantastic.
It's like a dream.
That's fantastic. I wish I had a case though. I wish I had a case though, man.
These lights are so good.
And now I wish I had a second one. I wish I had a second one.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're just like anybody,
you need to.
I mean, these lights.
Take the. I'm gonna put you on here for a second because I got to. I gotta get a towel. I knocked my stuff over. I knocked my stuff over.
Did you really? There we go. Do like that. 7.3. Yeah. So I can't believe it. It's like I don't know.
Pisses me off.
I like it. These lights are like a dream come true because you can change that. The Sidious light app that comes with them is so awesome. And I love these lights. I'll tell you that.
All right. That was fun.
Does JA only?
Hang on, John. I'm coming.
Yeah. So that's the problem because I have the loopback feed and it's not really supposed to be used for what it's meant to be used for. And so, yeah, he's the only one that hears himself at this point right now. And I'm not sure that I can take him out of that mix, TH2. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
You know, and to be honest with you, I have all the software in the world, so it's not like I can do it, but I want to do it with the stuff I have right here. So, yeah, you heard it for a few minutes ago. Oh, yeah, because when I hit this right here, so you guys heard it even when he wasn't talking. Yeah, so they heard it right now. So right now, they hear me. Do you hear me like doubling up with the echo or only when JA speaks?
No.
So Jeff.
Oh, can they hear the doubling? There it is.
Well, right now we're going to find out because you weren't speaking and they still heard it. So I was just wondering.
I was wondering if other people are going to hear it. So now I don't hear
that's why I put it on for a second.
So TH2 said that they did hear it a little bit ago.
Yes. No, only when JA speaks. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That was the issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I see the question. I don't have my back. I appreciate the question. I don't have my back set of YouTube up to. I guess I could do it from here. I don't even know what the problem is here. What are we doing here? The wrench question. Yeah. I don't think the wrench is going to make a difference. And if it makes a difference, it won't really matter. So, yeah, I'm not really worried about it. So, I mean, post the question. I don't understand what the question is, man. You're cracking me up. Yeah, I'll work about it after the show. Yes. I don't know what the problem is there, but I don't have my back set up on YouTube. I'm using the vMix stuff. And so I don't really want to try to screw around with wrenches right now. I think what he wants to do is see if a wrench will help, but that won't help you anyway in the end of the day because I'm not handing out wrenches.
No,
so.
he doesn't want a wrench for me. He wants a wrench for you with your capitals.
No, he says idea wrench idea. Wrench me real quick to see if I can post. Wrench back after you want to,
Yeah,
asking
post.
Huh?
Yeah, for the posting. Double audio JA. Yeah.
The question won't stick to the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were.
All right. I
don't think Patrick was here when we were talking about what I was trying to do with this Mode 2. But I think it's time to go.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
We're gonna go anyway. So yeah, I don't know, Anna Jack. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe come back next time and throw that question out, see what happens, or drop it in the comment if it's a good question. I have no idea what happened on your end, but sometimes the YouTube gobs don't like us, and I've had the same weird stuff after a while too. Yeah, ask the question in pieces if you want, or see if ask when I close up shop for a while. You got a couple minutes when we lay it down.
Yeah.
Or
Patrick.
better yet, go ahead, Pat. Send me an email.
Patrick, I was just telling him that I'm using Loopback. I took all my routing software off, and my Wave XLR is just sitting over here, and I'm using the Loopback and the Loopback Mixed built into the Mo 2, kind of like your Audient has, because I know you have the Evo 4, I believe. So I'm trying to route those, but the only problem I have is JA hears himself double and he sounds double. But if I'm doing a solo stream, I don't have any problem. So it's coming into vMix and then repeating back to him somehow. And
you got to get me out of the ball, the mix there that's happening. And I'm not even sure if that can be done with the Mode 2.
And I don't think you can.
I'm starting to doubt it, but I'm willing to spend time working with you when you want to see if we can work it out. Harvey, so I just want to answer this. What kind of horse do you like? I love saddlebreds, honestly. I have a friend who owns some saddlebred horses. They're beautiful animals. Big fan of them. Harvey's question made it through. Yeah.
It's
Harvey
not the same Loopback. It's different.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's Loopback for Macs.
Yeah. We're getting caught up with the, yeah.
That's where they probably heard it for the first time.
Right. So what you're saying, as usual, Jay, is the problem. Yeah, it's a problem. All you have to do is take me out of the mix here, out of the show, and you're fine to go, bro.
So weird, though.
Vinny, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
Yeah, figure it out. Hey, Vin, how you doing?
We'll figure out. We obviously there's gremlins going on tonight. We'll figure that out. Hey, Nick H, how you doing? What's up? Do you write the same amount of S's and P's
I know what
every
just
time?
happened.
What?
I think Daniel the Bearded stopped streaming, and then everybody swamped over here really quick.
Probably. They're like, hey, they got technical issues going with their Mo 2. They got an unhappy guy in chat who can't scream caps, and so they're arguing back and forth. And Anna Jack's going to report us to the YouTube, and the big old drama. It's enough of drama over there. It's always the way, man. How you doing, Nick? It's been a minute. How you doing? Vinny, how you doing, sir? What's going on with Vinny? You guys going to do some grilling soon?
What's up?
Yo.
Actually, I was with him 2 weekends ago, and I think you saw the pictures.
I saw the pic.
His wife's birthday.
Speaking of open, wide mouths, I believe in that picture you had a pretty big open.
Oh, it's true.
Yammer on that picture.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, I really worked that one out.
I was actually impressed how big that mouth was.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to sleep until I know what the question was. All of us are up in arms about it. So maybe just do us a favor and I see you try to, man. Yeah, that really does suck. Well, you know what? We're going to come back next week. Send me go to the about.
Yeah, I hear
use
you.
my email or just drop it in the comments and I'll do it. Everybody, I'm out. We're out too. Sorry for the hang up anti, but other than that, I'm so glad you all dropped in. John, I'm glad you dropped in. Say hi, and maybe my stuff for FedEx will show up tomorrow, so I can start putting this stuff.
Mine too.
Are you waiting on something too? Okay.
Yep.
So word is, don't use FedEx if you can get away from it. Not the way to go. But yeah, get that all set up. Did you find something? Find a solution?
Yeah.
Cheers, Harvey. Thank you, man.
Someone I know got monetized.
Oh, really? Okay,
So
that's cool.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Love it. You were out. we'll figure out when we're going to be around next week. But thanks for dropping in on a Friday and saying hey. And to you guys who came in here late, we're happy to see you. And Mommy, do your thing. John, you got any parting words? Before he hits us out.
Don't go swimming 30 minutes after you eat a tuna sandwich.
We're going to do some ASMR on the way out. We'll play a little music. We'll do some little some good night ASMR for you guys. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. John, talk to you soon, brother.
You got it.
I gotta start ASMR. Here we go. That's the sound you gotta do. The pops. I don't know. People like that. I don't know how you fall asleep to that. You know what made me sleep? John reading me a Dr. Seuss book. Green eggs and ham. Ciao, y'all.